You can sit down. Hey, Perry. So V's getting ready to come in. That was.
You might get a.
I'm live.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I was saying if you try to moderate on the phone, it might.
All right.
Mess up the thing, but I don't know.
No, don't do that. We're live. Oh my bad. V's getting ready to call in. He would not pick up the link for V.
Okay.
That was the most disgusting thing I ever seen on a 5th grade level. Bad. And now I see what everybody was talking about.
Yeah, no. I apologize for not shutting up, but he just kept getting redundant.
Perry, you can't argue with people.
I know. I tried. I was good
no
for
sense.
I was good.
It made no sense whatsoever. And plus, we were on the phone. We were on live with him last night for 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
What more is there to say? It was just disgusting on every level. Every level. It is what it is. You know, we had people that accused John of some heinous things, didn't we? We always had his back.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Oh, I dropped the link for you, Andrea. Okay, I got to drop the link. That is just some.
My only problem was with him. It's like we talked to him, very respectful.
You can't argue with people like that. No, it is what it is.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't argue. Yeah, and I was just being, but I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Listen, Monica does it. I don't even know who the hell she is. What she look. You're allowed. We don't know if she's an axe murderer, but you're allowed to talk about what you want to talk about in the public. Once you put it out there, I just didn't need everybody in my business like that. But I never hide the fact that I'm married. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, y'all.
Did you see that?
I'm just saying it was tacky.
It was very tacky. It was very
just got home from going to the grocery store and I was like, what in the hell?
Now I see everybody said, don't trust John. He will turn on you.
That I was gonna tell you. See, when
I dropped the link. Hold on, Chelsea. There you go, Andrea. Everybody told me don't ever trust John.
If multiple people tell you something about someone, believe them because it's not just a one-sided thing. It's like if it was just one person, I totally understand why you wouldn't believe them. But multiple people kept saying, "Stop messing with John. John is trouble. John is gonna get you in trouble." Da 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 da. I honestly feel so bad that this has happened to you.
It's okay, Sharrell. It's okay.
Hello.
It's cool.
I'm in the chat. I'll just go to it and I'll drop the link.
I cannot, the fact that this has happened to you for the second time.
I can't right now.
It's disgusting.
Just go to my channel and go on the live one.
Y'all are grown adults.
No, I'm on YouTube.
I don't understand. What is this? Y'all.
I had people say the most heinous things about John. And I always had his back. People told me he's on crystal meth. He's on drugs. He's homeless. I never judged him on that.
No.
There's something wrong with me. I keep trusting the wrong people. It's not them at this point. It's me.
I literally have no words because the words I want to use.
No, your words should be Sharrell, something's wrong with you. Why do you keep going to people that are crooked and untrustworthy?
Nothing is wrong with you. There's obviously something wrong with them.
Something wrong with me? I keep picking the same kind of people over and over.
I'm going to tell you something that my aunt told me. My aunt told me that the devil, when he's going to attack you, he chooses people that are close to you. He's not going to choose complete strangers because the people that are close to you know the most about you. And that's what the devil has possessed both Amber and John because those were two people that you were really close to and they hurt you the most. Mm-hmm. It's not your fault. It's the fault of the devil. It has nothing to do with you. And I don't want you to sit here and blame yourself because you did nothing wrong.
Andre, how many people told me John was on crystal meth?
A lot of people. A lot of people also told her. A lot of people also told her don't trust John.
They did.
But the part that made me, I'm gonna say this, the part that made me so mad is Sharrell is a good person. She really is a good person. She gives anybody the benefit of the doubt. When all this stuff happened, Perry told John, Sorry. Me and V was, let me explain to y'all. Me and V was in the chat. John had no business coming in the chat. We deleted that night. I deleted 14 people. V deleted 14 people.
Andrea, that's just an excuse. No one's mad.
Right. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. We said sorry. We was in there fighting for his name.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, you guys. Veronica, Anastasia, and Sharrell, I have to drop you for a minute to make room for V. So when she comes on the screen, please call right back, and I promise I'll take your call. Thank you.
We was fighting for his name that night. We deleted so many people. We didn't delete them. You can only put them in 30 seconds time out.
Y'all were
was back to back.
And they keep saying it's the way you can block them. We get to figure out how to block them, but you know, I mean,
you can only put them in time out, y'all.
This is what gets me. Oh, you're such a horrible person. What a shitty friend. You didn't tell me you were married. I don't want to put that out there because once you put it out there, people will be like, oh, what happened today in your marriage? Why isn't Perry with you today? Are you guys broken up again? What's going on? That's my business. But it's coming from somebody who doesn't show their face. We don't know where she lives, what she looks like, what her husband is, how many kids she got. That was a crack-infested attack. That's what that was. And
it wasn't John's business, y'all. John act like he was jealous. He would act like he was mad because she didn't tell him that she was married to the man. I just found out not too long ago, 2 days ago. It wasn't my business. I didn't care. So what?
It's no one's personal life is anyone's business. Like we are on here to talk about 90 Day Fiancé. Sharrell being married to whoever, doing whoever. It's none of our business. We aren't paying her bills.
The bottom line is this. Monica got in John's head with all this crap,
what's going on?
Doing all this and pushing them out there to do all this crazy stuff. And John wanted to do part of it on his own anyway.
It's not coming up.
When I apologized to John and said, look, as a man, it's two of us at fault, but I apologize for my he never wanted to
he's trying to get in, you're trying to get in, everyone's trying to get in. It's full.
It changes things because they're married. If she talked to me, it don't change a damn thing. When I came to you and apologized, that problem should have been fixed. Now you didn't have to.
Let's just call this what it is. Listen, I don't know Monica from Adam.
Nobody does.
It seems to be a personal problem here.
Yeah.
For her to gaslight that situation the way that she did, that's a personal problem. And it just showed who she really is. Who does that? Who is this woman? Where did she come from? And what in the hell is wrong with her? She's egging it on. You're allowed to be mad, John. We had a 2.5-hour conversation.
I understand, John. I understand.
Why wasn't this discussed?
You okay, John? You was right, John. Well, let John go to her show and F it up and see if it's okay.
Never again. I do have a problem picking friends. There's something wrong with me. I give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to work on it.
It's not your fault. The devil
you're like, you gotta be tougher.
The devil got inside them because the demon of jealousy, the demon of envy got inside of them.
I don't know what's wrong with her. She must be jealous. I don't know her from Adam. And for her to attack me like that, I don't know her. Like, I don't have to tell you anything. Who are you?
Like, if you think about it, the two people, Amber and John, all came on here to grow their channels. Yeah. And when you saw your channel was still growing, and theirs was still not growing, even after the fact, the demon of jealousy and envy was like, ooh, doesn't that just make you upset?
But somebody Sharrell.
Say the truth.
Didn't this happen to me, Andrea? Somebody close to me yesterday said to me, Sharrell, you got to read through the lines. John and Monica are jealous of you. And I said, yeah. Why would they be jealous of me? And they said, because you got what they want. And I never thought. I don't look at things like that. No. I'm not even got somebody to get what I can out of them.
He even got mad because she had Auntie on her show.
Ain't that something? Yeah.
He He don't like Auntie, and I'm sure Auntie don't care nothing about him. But she had Auntie on her show. He want everybody to be mad with the people he be mad to, and don't associate with the people that he mad with. And Sharrell ain't got nothing against Auntie, and ain't got nothing against Sharrell. They are two strong black women, and he didn't like it.
John can kiss my ass. It's his loss.
See, I knew from the moment when he came on, and you kept asking him, "Stop cussing. You're gonna get my video taken down."
Yeah, people were saying
I can't help myself either, and I use a swear word every 3 seconds. It's not that hard. It really is.
And I curse all the time, and I bleep myself out just
probably twice my age, and he don't know how to control his mouth. There are kids who can control their mouths better than that, and you can't do it because it's hard. I'm sorry. Getting off of drugs by yourself,
I see what was going on. They were jealous because when I asked, and this has nothing to do with me being married. This has everything to do with, look at Sharrell. She's a bad person. Come to my channel. Look at Sharrell. All of you guys don't like her. Come like me instead. John had plenty of opportunities to develop his own channel, and he failed every single time. And there's a reason for that.
Sharrell, you notice something though? He said
his mouth.
He said this too, right? And he's supposed to be your friend, so he should have told you this before he got so-called mad, right? He said that, you starting to have a problem with everybody on your panel. He named Adam. He named everybody. Let's take this consideration. He named everybody on your panel, so you don't have a problem with everybody. But then he left out. He just got finished talking to Amber yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, John, see, I'm going to tell you something. Like, I was trying to be cool, but I do got a temper. And I apologize to the man because I should have, on that one thing, I should have kept my composure a little bit better. I was drunk, but he was high as hell too. So that's the part he don't want to admit. He didn't want to admit that
People
part.
are sending me dirt. John is not liked. He's not liked, and he's pissed off a lot of people. I had several cast members reach out to me. One right here saying, I told you don't trust him. He's pure trash.
Why do you think people don't go to John Yates with tea? Because they don't like him. There's a main reason why John Yates only gets 30 likes on Twitter, because no one likes him.
And Sharrell, after I did that live with you and him talking about Brittany from 90 Day Fiance, she DM'd me and we talked. And that was why I kind of stepped back from your lives while he was on there, because she was like, don't trust anything he says. And I was like, I don't want to tell Sharrell like not to talk to that person because you're such a good person, and don't cry about some asshole like that.
I'm not crying what happened. It was just, I'm a real emotional person.
And and you
that was a shit show.
But don't change who you are because someone's an ass. Only good people will attract everybody. It's people who you sift out. You are such a good person. You have such a good heart, and you're such a light. He's not worth the energy at all.
Well, I'm being texted right now. He did this to me. He did that to me.
But you know what? He thought that if he bring out to everybody on his show tonight that Perry and Sharrell is married, that everybody was going to run to his channel.
You were married. You didn't know that. Who didn't know that? Who cares? If he's supposedly married, he would have been known that. I'm married. I knew y'all were married because of where you guys bicker. Only married folks are married like that, and that's why I like.
You know what's funny about it? And then him and Monica started talking. Oh, John, and you know John, and you right because you just found out today. But John is a blogger. John go to every little backyard Instagram thing. It's been out there for the longest, from Backyard Barbie. Hell, he just talked to Amber, probably talked to Amber 2 weeks ago. He knew, and then he said that he didn't whisper to Cody and said, don't you got a question to ask? He thought he was smart enough not to ask the question himself. Cody wanted us to lie about it. We never lied about our marriage. I never came out and said, hey, this is what I do. I always was like, I'm married, I got kids. She always said she was married. Never said to who, because when a panelist come on, I don't ask you where your husband at or where your wife at, what's their name, what's their pager number.
John is pure trash, and he has more than enough enemies. People hate him.
Smart people would have put 2 and 2 together and figured out that you and Sharrell were married. I'm sorry, but like after the second time I watched you guys live together, I was like, yeah, they're definitely either together, like dating, or they're married. Like there is like the chemistry you could tell. So again, but still, why does it matter? It won't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The fact that, you know, Tanya is a control freak, it's not going to change the fact that Lisa on Housewives is a crazy son of a gun. How does that change the drama? I'm so confused.
It really don't. And then like the whole thing is,
It don't.
why would somebody want to go out there and drop all that stuff? This is my son, my youngest son name. This is my oldest son name. When people got a blueprint or floor plan of your house in your address, I mean already. So why would I give them more? But then he gonna say, it's a difference if it's a panelist. No, if she talks to a panelist, what's the damn difference? If you fall off the bike and a stranger pick you up, you back up. If an old lady pick you back up, you back up. Problem solved. But John is always the damn victim. And I played with it last night, played with it today for a little while. Stop playing the victim, buddy.
It's not a good look for him. He's going to make more videos because people are coming out against him.
Write a story tomorrow talking about somebody.
Yeah, it's not a good look for him.
Tomorrow he gonna have a story, and it's gonna be Sharrell's gonna be on his tongue tomorrow.
Open at the mouth, waiting for you.
He has burned a lot of people. Someone said John gaslighted me many times for having a different opinion on him. I don't think.
Yeah, I think you should get in contact with Brittany from 90 Day Fiance. See, she DM'd me and she told me a lot of things, and she was real honest about what really went down with them, and that's why I was like, you know, he's just. He wasn't worth your energy or your panel or your time, period.
You also
or us
gave
having
him,
to watch him foam at the mouth.
Yeah, you also gave him 3 hours last night, Sharrell. Do you remember? 3 hours of your time, both you and Perry, you know, to square this up. And then for him to go on to today and just vent without you there is just not fair. It's not right.
You know what the common denominator was? Last night, it was just him and Cody. So now, even though
what's the deal on this Monica chick? Like,
this morning,
I don't know her.
You got to correct that. You get to go back at him, and that's what he tried tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's his puppet master.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
I had no beef with her until tonight.
Yeah,
you don't associate with people like
Sharrell have had Monica on her show.
I really did,
and they ain't never had no beef. All of a sudden, they got beef now. Do that make any sense, y'all? What's really going on?
Jealousy.
But I tell you what,
but you know, Monica, you're doing well.
But I tell you what, Monica, what John did to Sharrell, you better have your eyes wide open.
I don't
but
think.
You know, you're only doing well when people start hating you.
I'm telling you, I'm really.
Say one thing. Don't think he ain't said nothing about you, okay? Think about that, Monica.
Oh yeah.
Don't think he ain't said nothing about you.
This is John.
Okay. Think about that, Monica.
He was the same person that flipped on Danielle when, you know, Danielle did something that he didn't like. John Yates is quick.
He flipped on everybody. He flipped on everybody. You know what? Everybody got tired of him, and they left him alone because they got tired of his mess. They left him. Yeah. They didn't want to be bothered with him anymore. And now he's trying to make a comeback. And this time he's trying to make a comeback. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, John. Because your heart is not good. It's not gonna work.
Oh, talking to somebody?
I was just talking. Yeah.
Hey, drop me for a second. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
It's funny too, Sharrell, because he was complaining that you had Auntie on your show, yet he's got Amber in his chat.
I know he's like, let him hang with Amber. Listen, John really can't dictate who comes on my show, and I choose not to be enemies with people. That's not his tea. He likes to fuss and fight and gaslight people and act like he's on crack.
Keep the drama going.
You and Adam fell out when you and Adam are still doing housewife stuff together.
We don't have a problem with Adam. We have a problem with anybody.
I was out here saying, "Oh, you got everyone on your panel kicked off. Like, you don't mess with Amber, you don't mess with Gio, you don't mess with Adam." And it's like, honey, that's not the case. Like, Amber is different from Adam. Adam is different.
Amber. They're two of a kind. All I know is people have written me letters. Hello.
She's a busy lady.
Adam was trying to build his show up. If y'all know,
really sad what's happening Like on both chats, it's terrible. I just don't get
It's
it how it
awful.
got so dirty. I can't
That's
believe
just how John
Sharrell's crying.
is.
I think it's because it's really cutthroat, not for Sharrell, but for those
Yeah.
starting out. They don't know how to run a
Yeah.
channel. And Sharrell, like
Exactly.
I've heard
Yeah,
you say this
it's
before,
like
right?
I
And yeah,
started watching the chat on John Yates's page, and
It's a
everything
mess.
was fine until they talked about Sharrell that was married and heaps of people didn't know. And I also said people keep their lives private, you know, you don't have to share everything.
Mm-hmm.
For security reasons,
mhm.
it's important not to share everything. And then he started getting upset. Like both of them started getting upset. And then I said it would be best for all three to talk privately and not online. And now it's just getting awful, awful. I'm just so sorry to have to witness this all. I'm so sorry, Sharrell.
It's what happens when grown people get jealous. They act like high schoolers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's not
Devils
cute.
in disguise.
It's not cute. This
Devils
is
in
It should have
disguise.
been a
oh, if I
discussion,
start
like an
drama with
adult
another blogger
conversation, you know?
by exposing their business, oh, I'm gonna get subscribers. That's no. You're gonna look like a.
Is someone okay? Listen to this. Someone on the cast told me, Sharrell, they are trying to go after your viewers. They're jealous of you. Somebody told me this just
Yeah.
yesterday, wasn't it? They are jealous of you,
Yes, they
and
are.
they're trying to be
Sure,
cutthroat
they
and
are.
low down about it. There
They're
was
telling,
yesterday. I went on at
saying
10
you're
o'clock. John
stealing
went on at 10 o'clock.
stories.
I didn't think anything of it. For 2 weeks in a row, they are trying to come after my audience. Instead of doing it the organic way, they're trying to be cutthroat about it. And that's why that woman was all in it. Sharrell, you have no business not to tell anyone you're married. And I'm like, I don't know. She's gaslighting the situation. And then coming from a person, you don't even show your face. Do we know anything about you? Like, please.
They want to go around exposing people's business.
Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to make room in the back row. There's someone trying to get in. Okay, guys?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm going to drop you and then call back. Someone from the cast is trying to get in.
Ooh, I'm ready for this. Come on with it.
You know I'm ready.
Oh, sure.
Andre is always ready. Andre,
That's a girl. That's boss lady. That's boss lady.
It's just a
I love her.
misunderstanding
That's
that's just
boss
gone
lady.
terrible.
Sharrell grew herself from the ground up, did the hard work, did what she needed to do, and now everybody's trying to hop onto her. I'm sorry.
Right.
This is not the way.
No.
Right.
If you want to someone and get famous,
Sharrell have did a lot for me. I appreciate her, and I ain't really let somebody try to take her down.
Yeah.
That on my
And that's
wife.
where it's coming from. I feel like it has to do.
People always try to take you down except in the league.
It's just a big misunderstanding, and it shouldn't have gotten to this point at all. At all.
Well, let me ask you a question, Ocean. What's the misunderstanding?
He didn't know that you guys were married until you had that discussion yesterday. And he obviously stewed on that information maybe overnight. I don't know. You guys talked about it for 2 hours last night. You were saying sorry to him. And I thought the whole topic was over, was finished.
Yeah.
I mean, how much longer could it have went on? It was 2 hours. I gave you an opportunity to say how you feel.
Like I thought it was over. But then when people in the chat started talking about that you guys are married, then obviously that kind of got him going, and he couldn't tell you all of his feelings yesterday.
Hello?
Ocean. He brought it up.
Hold on.
Ocean. He brought it up on his show. He brought it up.
Yeah.
He brought it up.
Over. It was
But
finished.
Question. If Perry wasn't on Sharrell's show, would it be anyone's business if they were married or not?
Exactly.
Like, just because on the panel with her, why is that anyone else's business if she's married or not? Like, John isn't signing Perry's W-2. John isn't signing Perry's. Like, there's no misunderstanding. He's just nosiness.
John is
that Sharrell and Perry are probably talking far more about him than if friends would, because they're in the same house. I think that's his fear, that maybe they're talking shit about him. I don't know.
Oh God, no.
It's deeper than that, Ocean.
But even if they're married, they can do that.
But listen, even if someone is talking about you, it does not matter. You're not going to go out there and put out their business. You're not going to demand that, I need you to tell me your entire life story. I need you to tell me what your kids' names, where they go to school.
Really?
Not. I agree.
There's
Sharrell's life
if Perry and Sharrell are talking about him, then that's what they're doing.
Yes. Okay, so what? Sharrell and Perry are married. Okay, cool. That is not going to matter. He took it above and beyond.
Because it had nothing to do with that. That was the excuse that he needed. But John is it's really messing up some business that we have going on.
It's not no one's business with whom you're married. Absolutely not.
You know what? It wasn't about the marriage. It was not about the marriage. No. It wasn't about the marriage at all. He put that out there so he get.
It's about being more involved with someone than he thought. He thought Perry was someone separate that Sharrell met from time to time.
But it still don't matter if they were separate or not separate.
Maybe. I don't know.
It doesn't make it a difference.
Even if they were separate.
It's still
even if they were separate, like marital wise, they're still working together. They're still partners in business. That's insane. That's still a partnership in some type of way, whether they're married or not. So even if they weren't married, they can still be on the phone as partners in business talking. Las Vegas is not that big. They could be going to Starbucks and discussing stuff, married or not.
You know what? It was not about them being married. He dropped that key. He dropped that key to get the folks talking so they can come to his channel. He did that for a reason.
Yeah, it's about views and clicks. He knew.
Yeah. Have been saying in Sharrell's comment section, like Amber's trolls have been saying, Sharrell and Perry are married, yada 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 yada. And I'm sitting here like, okay, so what? Like,
how low will a person go for views and clicks?
See, they're not willing. They're not willing to put in the hard work. Sharrell put in the hard work. They're not willing to put in the hard work.
Susan, can I drop you and let someone else in?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you calling in and your support.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you for your support.
By the way, Sharrell, you have the prettiest cry face ever. Like, it's super pretty.
Ocean, can I drop you for a second? I'm trying to get someone else on the screen. Is that okay?
All good.
Okay. Thank you for calling. I appreciate your call. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know why people can't get in.
John dropped that T for a reason. He dropped that.
This is about T,
so he gets some people to go to his channel.
Yeah,
I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing.
I really never did anything to John. This is about let me go ahead and start. They're intentionally starting a beef, so we can get more clicks and more views. I have this.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's why he did it.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sickening.
Yeah. That's why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he did it.
John really thought, if I expose Sharrell and Perry's marital status of them being together, I'm gonna get subscribers. Baby, no.
Exactly.
No one likes you. That's not how this works.
Exactly.
If you want to get clout off of someone, go make a sex tape with Colt. How about that?
Agreed.
Hold on, you guys. I don't know. Somebody's trying to get in.
I wouldn't watch.
Since he's so desperate for attention.
Hold on, let me pop the back row again. You guys, I'm really trying to make someone get in and it's just not working out. So I'm gonna drop you one more time. And then if it doesn't work this time, I'll just call you. I know, I appreciate you standing up for me too.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I said from the beginning, none of this is your fault.
Mm-hmm.
And those adults need counseling. They need psychiatric help.
Yeah.
How can you sit here and think Oh, let me expose someone's private business that has nothing to do
Me,
with
Mama Bear. Mama Bear.
We come on.
Mama Bear in the house. Come on, Mama Bear.
Can you hear us, V?
I'm hearing double. I'm hearing double.
Close out of YouTube. If you have any other tabs open, close out.
All right, hold on.
Y'all, Mama Bear is in the room.
Oh my God, this is crazy. It filled back up again. Let me hold. You go, Andrea. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead, drop me. Yeah. You can drop me.
A whole mess.
Andrea, I'll be right back. A whole mess. Off of someone who foams at the mouth. Can you imagine?
Oh, thank you. And
all right,
you guys, I am inundated with calls from cast members. This is crazy. I am inundated.
The 90 Day Fiance cast said, "Look, y'all not about to take away the only person
right." They said not today. We've got time today.
Can you hear me?
The other way, this way.
I am inundated. Listen, let me say something to you on the cast. No, just let me say something to the public, period. Many people warned me about John. Many.
Yeah.
This is my fault. I take full responsibility for it. When people show you who they are, believe them. But I have a problem with this. I got to figure out what it is. Why do I let people close to me that are no good for me? It's just one of my flaws. I don't know why, but I'm working on it. So everybody who warned me, I really appreciate it. I'm not this. My tears has nothing to do with John. It's a personal thing that I'm having a pattern. There's Amber. There's John. You know, there's this one. People who want to get close to me to use me. Maybe I'm just not used to the. I don't. V. Why do I keep letting people use me?
I mean, when you have a platform with that many subscribers on it, well, people come for you. And then if they have to pretend to be your friend to do it, that's what they'll do. They will come for you, even under disguise. But just let me say this, because I've been trying to. John wouldn't let me on his channel.
He would not bring you up. You know why?
Because all right,
he knows. I don't even know how John could look you in the face after what he'd done. Go ahead.
Well, he's the type of person that always plays the victim. Whatever happens. Whatever happened is somebody else's fault. But what I was saying is that initially you were trying to go on there tonight and just kind of squash this and try to resolve it. Okay. Now Monica jumps in out of nowhere. She had a whole lot to say for somebody that don't show her face. You know, she had a whole lot to say. You said, Monica, what's your husband's name? Well, I prefer to keep that private. Well, that's what this whole thing is about. We're keeping the personal side of your life private. Well, they said, well, I had talked to you and I told you to text Perry and you acted like you were texting Perry while Perry was in the other room. Well, if you would have just turned around and said, hey, Perry, come here. How's that keeping your personal life private? I mean, these people ain't even trying to think.
It's not even that. It's not even that. I call Perry because it's easier than walking downstairs and all of that. It's just easier.
No, yeah, I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. But at this time, because you wanted to keep your private life private, you didn't want everybody on the internet like Amber did. Amber came out and exposed it. You didn't want everybody on the internet to know who you were married to. You always said you were married. You didn't want everybody to say who you were married to, who your kids were. You tried to keep your personal life as personal as you could. Only certain things everybody on the computer will let out for the computer people to know. Because once stuff gets out about you personally, that sets you up for the members out there. Now they go looking to where you live. Then they go looking to what your husband does. Then they go looking what your income is. I mean, you just open up your whole world for everybody to know because they know your husband, your child, and you have every right to have a personal private life.
See, last time I checked, Sharrell is in a 90 Day Fiance.
Hey, hello. this this her son. Can I say something real quick? I just want to say the stuff that he did was mad disrespectful. She didn't even do nothing to him. She tried to have him back, tried to have his back, and it's okay, Mom. Look,
See, now I have to start crying because now
the thing about it is Sharrell liked John more than John likes Sharrell.
He just a user, just like Amber. You know what I'm saying? He
She
just wants
trusts people too quick and too soon. Sharrell was always saying, "This is my friend. John is my friend," and then all the time he gonna tell her don't have Auntie on her show, but welcome Amber into his show.
And Monica, whoever she is, she had no business to jump in and attack my mom like that. And not even that. How you gonna talk but not even showing your face or tell who your husband is? And you know what I'm saying? Like this is coming for a girl that's not showing her face. And
you got a lot to hide, Monica, a whole lot. But if somebody comes and out you like that and dox you and say where you live and who you married to and the name of the person and stuff, and then you're gonna turn around and accuse that person, of not being honest.
Let's just stop talking about Monica because we don't even know who she is. To be
for all we know, Monica could just be fucking.
She's low, you know what I'm saying? She's a nobody. You know what I'm saying? She's somebody that wants attention.
She's pointing a finger at somebody and she's doing the same thing. She's keeping her life private, her life personal, pointing a finger at Sharrell, and then she's doing the same thing. You know, so my point about this whole thing is,
let me ask you the question, V, because everybody's saying this. Does Monica have an ulterior motive here?
They were all around you or befriending you to get a step up, to get more clicks and views and more subscribers. That's what they were around you for. And then after a while, Monica and John Yates started actually competing with you. You go on at this time, they go on at this time. You do this on your channel, they do this on their channel. I mean, that's what it turned into. You know, it wasn't about friendship. If that was about friendship, Cody would not have outed you in the first place.
And that's why they went on, because everybody in the comment section was like, that's not a friend. Do you see what just happened to you, Sharrell? I seen it. I let it go. I was like, well, maybe he didn't mean it that way.
Well, you know what? If he wanted to, he said, well, I just asked her what she meant. She didn't have to answer it. But if you want to know something about that person, there's many a times where you could have texted her, you could have called her on the phone, you could have asked her, hey, Sharrell, come here, let me whisper something in your ear. And then you say yes or no, and then he say, oh, is it okay if I say something about it? That's what friends do to friends. You don't out somebody without them even knowing. Just
but it wasn't even about being outed. When he said that, I'm getting so many. John is not liked. John is not liked. And I get
we knew that from the chat. You know,
no.
Then
how many people call John a drug addict? People say stay away from him. He's on specifically crystal meth.
But
I said, well, you know what? I'm still gonna let him be my friend. If he is strung out, like they're saying, I'm going to help him. That was my crazy warped thinking.
But even with that, whatever he does in his personal life, he was supposed to support you as a friend. He said he was this ride or die, and he did all this for Larissa and all these people and Carmen. But he didn't even support you right here as his friend. You know, so there was an alternative motive from day one, as far as I'm concerned, with this stuff. You know, he supports Amber, really.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that
Amber's really a nut job. I'm gonna start posting the things that she been writing me the last couple of days. That girl's out of her mind. She only worked for me 1 month. She's been gone 5 months.
And this stuff is
5 months, and she stalks me. When you have blueprints of my house, something is wrong with you. Who does that?
Well, you know what? There's a lot of people that don't want to see you in the position that you're in. So,
but Sharrell, also, your kindness is not a fault. You might have had like a few bad apples, but you've gained a lot more people who do genuinely care about you. One or two people don't discount for the people who actually do like love and care about you and call in and support you.
Exactly.
That is nothing on your character.
Yeah. So he reached out and started talking about her staff. Oh, you did this to Gio. Oh, you did this to Adam. Oh, you did this to.
That's not true at all.
You know, but every one of those people that he mentioned gained from being on her show. Gained from being on her show. Without her show, you wouldn't even know who the people are. So stop it. You know, stop it. Without her show, you wouldn't even know who those people were.
All right, let's start taking calls, V.
Yeah.
Hi, Candace. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you guys? Love the show. Huge fan.
Good. What did you want to attribute to this?
So what my point was that I think that John, I think it's a misunderstanding. I think honestly, John probably thought you guys were closer than what you guys actually are. And he was maybe offended that you didn't tell him about your personal life, which you don't have to do. So that's where I think this all stems from, him thinking you guys were closer and then starting all of this drama just to get attention. And he took comments on the video as attacks from you on him, but he just cares too much about what people think and is not listening to the words you're actually saying.
Okay, so Candace, since you think it was a misunderstanding, if it was a misunderstanding, why didn't John just take it off the internet? Why did he have to bring it on the live and Monica jumped in? Now Amber's in this. Like now it's a whole situation. If it really was truly a misunderstanding, why?
I know why.
He took it and went a mile. This was his golden ticket for more views and have all the drama.
Exactly, and he just wanted to attack her, He wanted to make it seem like he the victim, but he's really not.
He did. I totally agree. That's John's MO every time he's been on any one of your lives, Sharrell. It's so annoying because he always talks about what's in the comments, and it's like, you guys do the best you can to moderate it, but those are not your words. It's not any of the words on the panel.
Yeah. Thank you, Candace, for calling in. I appreciate your call and your support.
Yeah, I love you, Sharrell, and everybody on the panel, and I'm so sorry.
No, it's my fault. Thank you so much.
Okay,
bye. All right, let's start taking these calls, people. Hi, Gabrielle. How are you?
Hi, Sharrell. I'm bummed. So sorry to hear. Listen, you know that I started following you at the beginning of the year, and then I started. You had him on the show once, and then I followed him on Instagram, and there was some woman that he apparently was accusing of doxing him and whatnot. And he was on a live for about an hour, just calling her names.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. And it was like, the notification woke me up. It was like late at night. And I just couldn't take it anymore. And every time you had him on, I couldn't watch your shows because, like someone just said, he was just always concentrating on what people were writing because it was always about him. And I noticed just a couple of days ago, whether it was V or Andrea, they right away retracted a comment that was about him saying that he was a crackhead and he lived in a motel and he was always begging for money. And I just want to let you know that, when people tell you something about a person, just, don't try to give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you have to just go with what people are saying. 15 people, 20, 30, 40 they can't all be wrong. Yeah. There is a reason. And us viewers, we're watching. And I mean, it took me a week to know that this guy there was something wrong with him.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think is in me that I keep trying to give people the benefit of the doubt?
I don't know. Maybe you've always wanted that chance for yourself. And and you're willing to do it for other people. You took the chance. You took the chance on yourself, and you worked hard for your channel, and you're willing to do it for someone else. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I mean,
that makes a lot of
That
sense.
does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, right, V. When we do things from the heart, and we work hard to get to where we're at, and then someone else is struggling, we want to help them because we know what it feels like. So I'm thinking
we've been there. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that's where probably you're coming from. And I mean, I love your show.
It's hard to take a look at yourself and say, you're
a sympathetic person.
Well, you know what?
You're crying about are the traits that John wishes he would have an ounce of. The traits you're crying about, something that you can't even understand. You love people and you love hard, and
this has nothing to do with John. This is about me.
Yes, it's about you. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Just look to the guy that's right next to you, and look at him, and don't cry anymore, because he's a handsome guy. He's got your back, and that's all you need. And then you have us. And you have V and Andrea, and you have Perry, and who cares? I would read, are you guys married? And it is none of my business. I am not going to, I always wanted to just listen to you guys laugh. And another thing is, I was going to say is, even if you do a background check on someone to bring them on your show, a background check doesn't show their intentions, Yeah. It doesn't.
Exactly.
That's not in the background check. So you can be good on paper and be a total jerk. Yeah. So you might just want to stick to your old crew, and then anybody else they should just be callers. That way you protect
anyone else.
Yeah, protect your no more. Yes,
but don't close off your heart. Don't hurt your heart.
Exactly. I was going to say, don't close off your heart, and don't say no friends, because you have an entire community. I've met so many great people. I've met Jamal, not personally, but I've met so many great people that are on your comments, and they love you. And just make sure that you don't bring anybody else. I don't care how funny they are. I don't care how much tea they have. Just keep your old crew, have them call, have them give their opinions. If they have any tea, drop it, whatever, and just leave it at that. Keep everyone close.
Yeah.
Keep your V. She's a wonderful woman, and Andrea, and you've got that cute son of yours. So
I'll say this, that I never did one thing to John. That was just a personal attack for clout.
Listen, I don't think anyone ever does anything. I think no one. I think John is the one that turns on people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I told her just a few minutes ago. I said that she liked John a whole lot more than John liked her. And I could see it. She really wanted a genuine friendship with John, and John was about himself. So, don't take that for what it's worth and go with that, because I could see it every time they were together and they talked. And we asked John on our channel, don't curse. Every time you curse, Sharrell doesn't get paid. Don't curse. And what does he do? He cursed the whole time he was on the show.
All the time.
The whole time. So that's disrespect. That's disrespect.
Yeah.
So if you have a friend that you care about, you don't disrespect them like that.
Yeah, you don't come on their show and
be disrespectful.
Exactly. And then he would do that on Instagram, and then he would say, "Oh, they're going to shut me down because people can't handle it." I mean, obviously he was breaking the rules, and he knew the rules.
Mm-hmm. He knows the rules.
He knows the rules.
He's been doing it for so long, apparently. He knows the rules.
Yeah, he was just being disrespectful.
I mean, getting rid of him is the best thing.
Getting rid of
him is the best thing. He comes with a lot of baggage. A lot of people hate him. He has done a lot of people wrong. He got kicked off of Instagram, I don't know how many times, YouTube, for being a nasty person. And I always felt bad for John. And I'll tell you why I stuck with John. Because his mom killed herself. And I felt that pain coming from him. That's a horrible thing to have happen to you. And I thought, he's alone. He doesn't have anybody. I'll be there for him. That's a horrible thing to have happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I was really patient with John and give him chances. And you can look at him and tell he's on something. Let's just be honest here. But I thought, I would never know. I don't know how I would handle that if it happened to me or my mom. I don't know how I would handle that. So I was people would say, oh, he's this. And I said, no, back off, give him room. With no map or no guide to teach you how to get over something like that. And so I was very patient with him.
Well,
but
I'm a sucker for a sob story. Not a sob story that he made it up. If I see someone struggling and you look at John, something's wrong. Everybody knows that. He knows it. I thought, well, I'll be there for him. And I have that in my head all the time. And I'm probably picking people that I need to save. And there's something wrong going on up here with me.
But also,
Sharrell, when people try to manipulate you, they try to pull out what's going to pull your heartstrings. Not just sad thing that happened to him. I'm praying for him and I hope he gets the help for it. But when someone wants to manipulate you, they will make sure they will hit you where they know will hurt, where you are now attached to them. You want to make sure
I'm not even hurt that he said that I was married. That's a good thing. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Perry's a great husband. It was the manner in which he took the information, went public with it. He didn't call me or say anything and started using it for views. He knew what he was doing because I kept saying, okay, so now where's this going? He couldn't answer that question.
That's
you did this wrong and that wrong.
Well, when I was watching it from the audience, when he was saying that you were married, and him and Monica, because I want to make sure I
don't know
her because she had a lot to say.
Her background, she does not have a good heart whatsoever.
She changes, and it seems like she changes her voice too. Like she has a filter on her voice.
Yeah, until she gets mad, and then the voice changes.
She has
a filter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you
anyway, damn, what was I gonna say? I was saying
I'm gonna take more calls.
Yeah. Well, just remember, you can't save everybody, and just look at the self-destructive behavior that John
really was the best thing for me, because he's got a lot of internal problems and he is bad for the business. Yeah. A lot of people said, I'm not watching as long as he's on there.
Yeah. When he was on, I would click.
You're not the only one. People would send me letters, get rid of him. He's an awful human being, get rid of him. And I just said, no, well, let's just give him a chance. And I did. So anyway, thank you, Gabrielle, for the great advice. Okay. I appreciate it. And I even appreciate you being a subscriber. Thank you.
Of course. Ladies, good night. And
good night. Thank you.
Hang in there. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sharrell, I have a
question, Andrea.
She hung up. She went down in the chat. She went to go help me in the chat. Hi, Mama Mo.
Hi, I'm gonna just make it quick because it's almost 1 o'clock here, and I was up with the live last night. But what I saw from my side, because I watched both of y'all, what I saw that it was from what John was trying to say is he didn't know that you and Perry were married. So when Cody jumped in and asked the question, John was shocked, like, what? They're married. I didn't know that. So what he was trying to say from what I was getting was when Perry and John had their little altercation in one of the lives, he reached out to you as a friend complaining because he felt bashed by Perry. So he's thinking y'all aren't that Perry is just another person on the panel. So when you said, okay, I think John was expecting you to say, okay, I'll talk to Perry because that's my husband. Instead of I'll talk to Perry because he's a panelist. That's what it was kind of looking like from what John. Huh?
Does it make a difference?
I don't think it did. Because I kind of figured it from a few videos ago that y'all were married, but it didn't matter. But I think him
with his emotions, he was looking for you to say something that you would talk to Perry more than it being just another panelist, it being y'all have a relationship.
He talked to Perry. Perry apologized more than once.
He even apologized. Yeah, I watched that video.
He
and
did.
Then what made it so bad?
And then we had a powwow the night before for an hour and 2 hours.
Yeah, I was on that too.
What more is there to say?
What made it so bad?
Every night and apologize to John Yates.
And then what made it so bad was the people were in the comments after he got a super chat from the person, we're not going to say her name. After she put a super chat in, that's when people started saying, oh, did you know they're married? And that brought the whole situation. That's what brought it up. And then Cody kept interrupting, so John could never explain to you what he was trying to say.
No, Mo. I gave him a chance. I said,
no, I know you did, but then Cody kept coming in saying why he asked the question, but we already knew why he asked the question. You answered it, you kept it moving. It was nothing else to say about it. Y'all are married, so what? Like, what's the big deal?
And they thought also that because you're married to Perry and didn't say anything, that you were kind of being biased, maybe, because of not saying anything to Perry.
You know that's bull.
The thing is that married or not married, Perry is Perry. He's his own person.
Right.
So what she would have said to Perry, by being married, she would have said the same thing by not being married. That's how it works.
That's what I think they weren't getting.
And
Like,
that's the part
it
they
didn't
don't
matter what she was going to say. She was going to say what she was going to say, whether it be on camera or not.
She never held back putting Perry in check. She never held back on saying, Perry, you should not say that. She never. And I think Monica said something about pillow talk. Pillow talk my butt. When we're in a situation.
Monica is a gaslighter. She benefits from me not being friends with John. She knows exactly what she's doing. I see straight through her. She's not a good person. She does not have a good heart.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you guys tell me what you think of Cody. I genuinely liked Cody. And for him to do me like that, is he just as bad as John?
No,
yes.
I don't think
attract what you are.
Yeah.
I think Cody is just how do you say just blatant. Just blatant. He just says whatever's on his mind.
But like you told him,
Cody got this started, and he knew what he was doing when he asked. And that's why when I just answered the question and he went silent.
You just said yes, and y'all kept talking about something else.
Cody's just as bad as John.
I don't think he deliberately. I think he just says what's on his mind. That's what I really feel. I think Cody just opens his mouth and says he's like a loose cannon. He just opens his mouth and says what's on his mind. So I don't think he was trying to be.
V. Cody is just as bad as John. Don't do that.
And if Sharrell has to be in trouble because of what Perry says, then John has to hold the same light. If Sharrell has to be so does John.
Exactly. Right.
So it's John, both of them.
That's really messed up. Yeah. Sharrell has to check Perry, but Cody isn't supposed to check John. Cody is in the room
screaming behind the screen.
That's why it all went left today. Nobody could talk. Everybody was in.
At the end of the day, Chelsea, it's their loss. Let me tell you. John gained a lot more from me being his friend than the other way around. And from all these calls that were coming in just a few minutes ago, John has problems. He's hated, and he knows he's hated. That's why he can't stay out the chat section, because he's, what are people going to say about me now?
Him and Amber did all they would do in the
Amber is
she was in the chat too, and people kept saying
reading on the planet. I will never speak to Amber again.
People kept commenting and saying that she was the one who spilled the information about y'all's situation. And she kept saying, no, I didn't know. I didn't do that.
All the stuff that I have on Amber, I'm not that kind of person. I just want to leave me alone. Go away. I just want to never know you again.
And then V, they kicked you out because they said you were cussing, but I didn't see no comment where you cussed.
No, I cussed. No, I cussed.
V out?
They had kicked, one of his mods had kicked V out. When you kept calling, when Sharrell kept saying add V, drop the link, they had kicked her out, and they said that she was cussing. That's why she couldn't.
I did. I cursed. So I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I did
all the time. You might as well.
I didn't curse, so they deleted that real quick.
I was spitfiring mad. I mean, I was spitfiring mad.
I don't blame you.
And I seen Amber just enjoying this whole thing and having a good time. And she
That was really twisted. I swear to God, I have never met anybody so twisted. Usually when I fall out with people, I will go back later and make amends and we'll talk, because usually it's a misunderstanding, except for this case right here. But Amber something's wrong. She enjoys ruining people's lives. That's what she did to baby girl Lisa, and she was enjoying it. Usman, she loved when people start turning on Usman. She would say, look at what happened now. He doesn't have anything to say for himself. Ha 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 ha.
She needs to get a
something's wrong with Amber.
Psychological evaluation.
Run from her. I never want to see her again. People like that. John did me a favor. John comes with a lot of baggage. So does
it was just sad to watch.
In heaven.
It was sad to watch from last night to today. It was a lot.
Yeah, it's been a big.
But he should have just listened to you and didn't read the comments, because that's where it started. If he wouldn't have read the comments,
he didn't want to understand. This is not about John having hurt feelings. This is about views. This is about what I get from Sharrell. Okay. This is about, I want my channel as big as your channel. This is about business.
Those were just like click words to get people to come. Of course. Those were click words.
Until they change their ways, they will never see the success that I have, because it has nothing to do with material things. That's what people don't get. Success has nothing to do with material things.
They should have let you stay, V. That's the only time you cussed as many times as he cussed.
I'm like, for cussing, and he up there cussing on his whole show.
Even that was intentional. He would cuss on my channel so I wouldn't get paid for episodes. Everything was calculated with John. He would wait for me to go on, then he would go on. He would wait. He would say, "Oh, how do you do this?" He picked up a show. That's my format. Exact same. This is about how I could be where Sharrell is. I'm going to do what she does. I'm going to go after her and numbers. And not only do I want to be where she is, I'm going to take her out in the process. I know.
No more crying. No more crying. No more crying.
The tears wasn't for John. It wasn't for Nut Job Amber. The tears was taking a look at myself and like, what is with you? Why you have to save everybody?
It's because
when are you gonna get it?
You are the blueprint. You're the one who started this whole thing.
I'm not even talking about business. I'm talking about spiritually.
Like I told you before, the devil possessed them because they saw what was going on.
Watch tomorrow when you wake up. How many people? Just watch. You guys watch, on everybody that's in the chat. Watch tomorrow. How many people gonna have a blog with Sharrell's name on it?
Oh, child! I already know.
That's how you know you're successful. If no one's talking about you not doing the right thing.
It came out at the block party. It was on Reddit that John was fired and Auntie was hired.
Fired?
It was a mess up there. Yeah, it was a mess.
What kind of payroll Sharrell doing? Everybody gets fucking hired. HR manager. Shoot.
People make up their own stories. If they don't get one, they'll make it up. They'll make one up.
Thank you, Mo, for calling. I appreciate the call.
You're welcome. This is my first time calling, but I'm always in the chat watching.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Because I watched it, I was like, I'm gonna keep hitting that link. Because I watched them all to try to get a somewhat understanding, because I was watching them both even after you left and then slammed the laptop down.
I'm just gonna count. I'm gonna count how many titles with Sharrell's name in it tomorrow. That's what I'm
doing. There's one from Katie Joy, one from Amber, one from one from John, one from
two from John,
one from Adam, one from the other people, one
Monica.
Check this out. Listen to me, guys. That's not a bad thing.
It's not.
They're going to see how twisted the business is. Every time there's a problem, viewership, subscriber counts go up. Isn't that sick?
It is.
That helps me.
But people love drama.
Yeah,
they do. They do.
That's why we're all fans of 90 Day Fiance. We love the drama.
From a distance, though. From a distance.
Exactly. In a long time. Hold. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate the call.
You're welcome. All right, yeah.
Thank you.
I love the fact that you talked to Brittany. I'm going to talk to you about that later, Margo. Hi, D.
Oof,
hey, my friend. What's going
on?
I know D Brooklyn.
I'm old. Hold on. I'm usually funny. I'm serious on Geo's channel. I was serious one time on your channel for about 2 minutes, 2 seconds, whatever. Let me be serious for a second.
Go ahead.
John,
Sharrell,
D, watch.
I don't care.
Hey, hold on, let me tell you something. Just be careful with your words because I know you are.
I'm not going to curse. I never cursed on your show. I cursed one time on Perry's show. Now, the first time I ever called, and he was not monetized at the time.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been real good. Go ahead, D.
If I could do it, anybody can do it. That's real. I'm yelling. My fault. You were supposed to tap me when I get loud. My fault. I'm being real. I'm a little upset about this whole thing. Sharrell, I feel your pain. For real. Let me deal with this. All right. You got something that nobody has. That's a community. I said it on Perry's show when all this other mess went around. I'm not throwing shade. I'm not downing anybody. I'm not talking. I know how to do this thing. You feel me? Now, now with all this thing, you got Perry, you got Geo, you got Sharrell, you got V, and I'm gonna say this to your face, V. Even though you're not on the camera, you the heartbeat of this whole thing.
Really?
Girl, you make the interviews.
I'm telling you, Sharrell built a community that's unmatched on the internet the way it is now. You feel me? I ain't saying what I wanted to say.
Keep going.
I'm glad you got your son on. I had my son on Perry's show. On Geo's show. And I will not be on camera with my son. Because I'm not going to outshine him. He's not going to outshine me. That's how it is.
That's a personal business.
So if y'all want to be in the comments, want to know what's the beef with D Brooklyn and Trevor, that's my son. Whatever. This right here is like a family thing. You feel me? I'm tired of all this drama thing. I'm not talking bad about nobody. What I'm doing right now is about uplifting folks. That's what this is about. Dude, tap me when I get loud. You gotta calm down.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Why do people keep using me?
Because you're marketable.
What does
I'm
that
being
mean?
honest. I'm being honest. You're marketable in people.
Your name,
marketable.
Your name brings views.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
just by bringing up your name. Every time somebody has a show up and brings up your name, that brings view to them because you the real deal.
You are the blueprint. Without you, there is no block party. There is no, I can go into this person's blog and comment how I feel. You can't do that nowhere.
Funny thing, when I saw that they were mimicking everything that I did, it didn't even bother me. That Monica chick, I didn't know who she was. Oh, she has a show that's really your show, same people, except her face on the screen, her picture, because she won't show her face. I didn't even get mad about that. It should have been a wake-up call. Like, what kind of dirty bitch is that? But I didn't think about that. I just thought, oh Lord, okay. Oh my God. My son said she has a reason for not showing her face. Something's wrong.
Hey, if I could show your face and those who know what I'm talking about, cut the bull. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You can't talk about other people's lives if you can't even show your face.
I don't even know her. You don't know nothing about me. What you're all in my talking about? She was gaslighting it bad. John, don't you feel bad about this, John? What kind of a calculated, dirty person?
Well, I pulled her card, and I thought she wanted to. She wanted to be friends with John so that she and John could work against you. She wanted somebody on her side.
Plan.
Yeah, and a calculated plan. So she wants to be friends with John, so she's not alone trying to come after you.
Ah, that's crazy. It's never gonna work. And let me tell you why. People are so stupid. No, John and Monica are stupid. You think you have to drag people. They think they have to destroy me, talk about me, mess up my reputation so they could get ahead. That's not how success works. It's about your spiritual journey. Because it's a learning process. It's not about how much money I made, how many views I got. When I do my channel, it's like, okay, how can I connect with the audience? What would they want to see? And being open and honest. And when I started my show, I said, maybe they will like this. Let me try this. Okay, that doesn't work. Let me try this. I never said, who's at the top of their game in this business? And let me bring them down. What kind of plan is that? Those people are corrupt, and it's a good thing that they're back behind me. I don't want people like that around me. D, I'm going to drop you. D, I love you.
Sharrell, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I'm not putting my business out there at any point. Those who know. Perry knows, Gio knows. Sharrell, you know a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
And you did a lot for people, whether they know it or not. I'm going to leave it at that. Stay blessed, Sharrell.
D, Brooklyn, you're a friend. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you later.
I know.
And Sharrell, don't ask why people keep using you, because once again, there are so many people who haven't been using you. And there are so many people who support you. They outweigh the people who have used you.
The two people who used you were possessed. They're not right.
Girl,
I'm gonna keep saying it. My aunt told me the people who are gonna hurt you the most are the ones who get possessed by the devil, because the devil picks people who are closest to you. Why do you think when a stranger calls you ugly or says you're poor, or this, that, and third, it doesn't hurt?
Margo, you are right about one thing.
Or a friend or someone that's close to you, like, reads you to filth, it stings. Because
but she's right about one thing, is that I'm not focusing on those losers. I really do have good people around me. And V, isn't it fun? We have fun. Like, we're not stabbing each other in the back and worrying about who we're gonna take out. And I don't operate like that. So that's why I'm glad he's gone. If that's what you do it over there. Let's take another call. Hi, Sharrell. Oh, hi, Sharrell. How are you?
Hi, Sharrell.
It's crazy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I ride or die. I love you.
I was so sad to see you crying, and I was sitting here doing work, and I saw it said Sharrell live. I'm like, oh my God, what is this?
I want to make it perfectly clear. I was not crying for John and low class Monica. I was not crying for that. I was crying because it's a pattern in my life with me that people, take advantage of me because I left them. Oh God, look who's here.
Oh, yay! I can understand that. I get it, because I have
all the people who are upset now. Look, now Perry and Sharrell are together. Get over it. I can now this is make you cry for real.
So they need to go around and tell that now.
Now everyone has witnessed it. Get over it.
Right. I watched I had to catch up because I didn't know what was going on. Then I watched his show to see what was going on. And then I realized, like, he's trying to make you dishonest because you didn't know. You didn't market yourself as Sonny and Cher.
Exactly.
It's a format that you created, and basically you didn't have to tell. I mean, I wouldn't have told anybody either. Half the time I don't tell people who I date. Keep them secret in case I can get rid of them No one knows. So, you know, he tried to attack you as if you're dishonest. And people like him, you can tell he's a little bit emotionally, you know, unstable. They feel betrayed that you don't tell all your business to that person.
Yeah,
so he's using that the way he's using it as well. If I considered her a close friend, why wouldn't she have told me this? How could she? Can we believe anything she says? So he's just trying to discredit your integrity.
It has nothing to do with friendship. This is about, I want to discredit her, make her views change on her, so they'll come.
What he was trying to do.
Calculated. And that's that. Shame on you, John.
They went ahead. Sharrell. They went ahead and tried to make. They're trying to make this out of. She's been dishonest. She hasn't revealed. We don't care. We don't care about her being married, but she pretended she wasn't. I mean, when you are in front of a camera,
no one asked the question.
Yeah, but when you are in front of a camera and you're saying, and you're not telling people that you're married to somebody, how do you not display that you're not telling that you're not married to that person? How do you display that? Do you call them in the next room and say, "Hey, Perry, you're not married, but can I ask you a question?" You know,
again, your format wasn't.
Can you guys hear me?
Sharrell and Perry. It doesn't say Sharrell and Perry.
We're talking about the wrong thing. This had absolutely nothing to do with me and Perry being married. This had everything about John trying to discredit me so he could get views and more subscribers. That's why they go on at the same time that I go on. That's why they wait to see what I do. This is why they smear my name behind my back. This has nothing to do with me and Perry being married. This is about who John Yates is as a person. And he is a calculated, horrible human being. You don't do people like that. And you know what? Let me tell you how ridiculous this is. I was willing to help John without him being corrupt. And that's the part he didn't realize. All you had to do was ask me, and I would have helped you.
He can't because he's...
That too, yeah.
Oh Lord.
No, so
it's no secret. I'm not the first person that's. I got so many emails telling me that John is meth and to leave him alone. I'm not making that up.
To bash the poor guy because really it's pathetic, and you can't beat yourself up for helping the wounded because that's what you do. I try to help the underdog, but sometimes you got to leave them next to the gutter. Sometimes you can't pick them up and clean them up. Sometimes please just don't come off as a dirty dog. That's what you got, and you tried, and now you see what he's about, and it's just like moving on. To even speak on him.
Listen, I tried with Amber. No one wanted to deal with Amber. I took her in. I have to stop this. I would not bring another person on my panel, and I would not bring another.
You don't have to. You don't have to stop. I think you should just listen to your audience. Just listen to your audience. Your audience, your viewers, your community will tell you.
They always want. That's why businesses have a non-compete clause. You can't. You use the same format. You can't really befriend someone in the same business, same format because it's competitive. I don't care how you slice it or dice it. There's always going to be that person that wants pie. Your slice looks a little bigger. They want your slice. And your mentality is to share the pie. And that's the difference. You come with the whole pie, you give slices to everyone. They come with the pie, they're going to cut it like in half and give you that, and they want to take the lion's share. And that's just the mentality of people. The culture it is today, it's a me culture. It's not about helping everyone. It's about me, myself, and I. And that's clearly, he's probably tired of being in that motel room. So, he's now trying to take you down. But the difference is you just continue to stay classy. That's the reason why I tuned in. That's the reason why I subscribed. I watched you. I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy how you talk about people. You don't try to demean anyone. I mean, you can say what you say with shade, but you never like nasty about it. And it's always like, just you're giving information. So, he's not even worth me mentioning his name because I was referring to him as John Yikes after I watched the show. And I was like, he's doing an interview with the guy, 90 Day Fiance, one with Spanish girl.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy dude. He fell asleep.
Oh, Paul and Karini.
Yeah, he was on the interview. The next thing you know, you can see.
Hey, who fell asleep? Who fell asleep?
God, yikes.
During the interview?
It was like this.
Girl,
we
call that nodding out where I'm at. We call that nodding out.
It was so boring. I said, I texted, can I offer you some toothpicks to keep your eyes open because this interview is putting me to sleep. And I clicked off. You develop a format. It's entertaining. It's inclusive. It's not negative. It's really positive energy, and we're sharing information and thoughts and concepts. Something that's unnew to them because their whole John. You can see the generic is to just go after people and attack. That's how they get
people. It's about bringing people down, exploiting people. I'm better than you. That's.
And he's like, well, I have context. Yeah, because you're probably stalking them.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't talk to the cast and all this. Well, okay.
I don't. He thinks I don't.
Yeah,
John
well,
thinks I don't.
That's what he was saying today. And, you know, and I just look at people like that, and I know people like that in real life, and I'm quick to, you know, if I can get away with that, I'd run you over with a car. But I just block them out of my life and can't really give into them. Like he's on the, doing this little cry thing. But don't feel bad that you try to help the underdog. That's a character that's not to be, you don't put yourself to shame. It's just now you just realize that sometimes you just can't save everybody.
Yeah.
And you just, you can give good wishes and keep it moving. But, like, as they say, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Mm-hmm. And not everyone is always happy for someone's success. I've had that happen to me. People get jealous. You're making money, you have a nice home, and they look at what you have. And next thing you know, they're trying to count your coins. Like, oh, how do you do this? And
I know. Let me tell you. Thank you, Sharrell. I appreciate your call. I do. And your words were very uplifting. And I know you got my back. You call it whenever you can. I appreciate it.
I try to. I get mad when I'm missing. I'm out seeing patients. I'm like, God damn it, sis, live. I can't call in. I'm drawing somebody's blood. I'm like,
Thank you, Sharrell. Appreciate it. I'll see you next time. I'm not sad. No, it has nothing to do with those freaks. It has to do with, thank you. I appreciate it.
Like you're saying, you think you make bad judgments on people.
Yeah.
And it's not about being bad judgment. It's just the people you pick are bad.
Exactly. Okay. Listen, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, Sharrell. I appreciate the call. Right. Thank you.
We better go to bed.
We got 2 more calls and then that's it. Hi, Nurse and Nerd. How are you?
Hi, Sharrell. How's Chelsea? Hi, Margo. Hi, V. How are you guys?
Hi, Nurse.
Listen, Sharrell, I'm gonna make this quick and sweet. This is actually, I think Perry had asked me before, why is it that we changed our name? Because some weirdo from the internet actually called up the board to find out exactly what hospital I worked in. Let me tell y'all something.
Exactly.
There's something called the internet, and these people, their minds do not click in to realize you are dealing with real people. The fact that you had said that Amber knew the layout and all this like guessing and all of this. Mm-hmm. I live in a right to carry state. My husband and I carry. Don't y'all sit up here and play with people. The internet is cool to sit up here like Kermit the Frog and click clacking and beat bapping. But when you are dealing with real human beings as adults, I don't know you. Mm-hmm. I do not know you, and you run up, you're gonna get done up.
Exactly.
Period. Listen, Sharrell, you see how you had your husband, you have your son, there's love, there's outpour, you have people that are really here for you, like Margo said. It's not about there's a fault in you. All of us have a fault. But at the end of the day, please stick true to your family, those who love you, who support you. Allow them to tell you, hey, you may not want to be friends with that person. I literally have 6 best friends I've known for like 10 plus years. Yeah. But at the end of the day, no one can tell you what's going on in my household and what's going on in my marriage, because that's not your concern and that's not your business.
Thank you.
I don't understand what is going on with the internet. Everybody wants to be involved in people's stuff. When Sharrell came on here, she talked about the reality TV that we all pay our cable bill to watch. Exactly. Not her household. I don't pay her bills. I don't pay her child's bills. I do not pay her husband's bills. I don't know this lady car note, her house mortgage. That's not my business.
Thank you.
We do not know what the line is, and this internet thing is gonna get these people hurt. Stop playing with people's families and stop playing with people.
And digging into their personal life.
That's not it.
I checked. Sharrell isn't on 90 Day Fiance. She is on Real Housewives. It's none of our business who she's married to, who her children are. Matter of fact, Sharrell has said it time and time again. She keeps children out of things. So the fact that these two people can bring up her child with no care in the world, it's disgusting. They need help.
But listen, I hate to bring this be a bearer of bad news.
I would have just
go ahead.
Gone crazy.
I'm sorry, honey. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but honestly, just as see what Sharrell had a few minutes ago, they seem to hate when Black people have a dynamic where it's a strong setup. How dare you be successful? How dare Sharrell could literally say, "Oh, the sky is blue." Oh, she had an attitude when she said the sky was blue. You heard the shot. What the hell are you talking about? As much as I hate to put it down to that, at a certain point, it comes down to, okay, why do you have so much dismay about this person? You don't know them. Why do you care? I don't care what this lady's doing. That's not my concern either. I agree. And actually and truly, Sharrell is much more harsher to Perry than anybody else. She'll cut him in. She'll take him off the screen. Perry just
Yeah.
She was not married to anybody.
Because Sharrell would just go in on Perry. She wouldn't mute Perry.
My goodness.
Yep. When he get out of hand, and John Yates knew that, and the rest of the people that watched Sharrell too know that she didn't go soft on Perry because she was married to Perry. She did Perry just like she did Gio and the rest of the people on the staff. So that little whiny story that they're trying to put out there, it would have made a difference if I would have knew that was no, ain't nobody buying that.
No, there's no difference. But please keep your head up. Do not allow these idiots. You've built this from the ground up with the support of your family and yourself. Do not allow these crazy people to get you downward. Because at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you keep on trucking. I don't care how many people, whoever's on the panel, I'm still calling the Perry show, Gio show, Yo show, because that's not, I don't care. Guys, we need to get a life. Please get a life.
You know this, nurse, I don't let drug addicts get me down.
Yeah.
At all. So
John, for the love of mercy. Yeah. These people need to get a life. Y'all really do.
Thank you so much
for the entertainment and go home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See you next time, nurse, okay?
See you next time, honey. Please keep your energy up.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're awesome.
No, really. People think that I am down. I know so much bad shit about John Yates. It's not worth you. Who envies him? That he screwed up. No one envies him.
See, the nurse is proof that how dangerous this stuff can get.
Yeah.
And they clearly don't care because they clearly want to see some hurt.
Hi, is it
they're fake. They don't pick the wrong person, and they end up, in the grave or in jail.
John Yates, it's his loss, child. Please, he's trying to get to where I am. Him and Monica trying to get to where I am. They're behind me. I don't even acknowledge them. They're just trash. No, hi, Cherie. What is your question or statement?
You are so right. You are so right.
Cherie, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I'm here.
Hello. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Very faintly. Can you just
a little hoarse? I'm getting a cold. It just got me hot. Hold on. Is it better now?
Little.
No. Can I drop you to see if you could get it better? Fix it.
Why you can't hear me?
I'm gonna drop you. I can't hear. Okay, last call. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Have you called in before?
No, I haven't. I watch all the time. I have a newborn, so I don't get to call. She's sleeping.
Okay. What was your statement or question?
So one, don't change your heart. Okay, there's.
I gotta change something though, Melissa.
Just be careful. John is crazy. I followed him on Instagram, and then I saw you. He's not loyal. He wasn't loyal to Cody when he was saying he was using drugs when they were living with that woman in Ohio, wherever they were.
Stop right there. What are you talking about?
Well, for real, this is news to me.
When John left his husband in that house that they were living in when they were, I think it was Ohio. Cody stayed because he was doing drugs with the woman.
Hold on. He had another husband besides Cody?
No, Cody. You was talking about Cody.
Okay, so he left.
They broke up for a little bit, and then John was saying he was doing drugs with this woman and was releasing all these text messages, and then Cody came back to John, and then they were all good. So John is not loyal to anyone.
Ooh.
The
Child.
What?
I mean, so everyone was saying there was a drug problem. I guess the drug problem was the
Everybody is saying there's a drug problem, but
yes, there's no loyalty to anyone. He has a problem. He has a problem with women. He's always beefing with women. Danielle,
you know what? That's true.
Women of color. He always has a problem with women.
But
Larissa's argue with a man.
Yeah, you're right. You are so right. He always has a problem with women. He goes after you, and yeah, you're right. Oh my God,
always has a problem with women. Yeah, he's not loyal to anyone. Yeah, I followed him for a long time. I just unfollowed him, but yeah.
V, are you shocked with what she's saying? Wow. V, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Are you shocked with what she's saying? Wow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just but shocked but not shocked.
He has a problem. Well,
he does have a problem.
Yeah, the girl Ashley, he got what he got out of her. She's crazy too from 90 Day Fiance. Has a problem with her. Brittany, Tanya from 90 Day, Danielle. It's all women. He can't fight with men.
Ooh, that's true. Have you guys known John to beef with any man? Think about it.
He attempted with Perry, right? And then he tried to make you apologize.
No, he doesn't beef with Perry. That was
when he was trying to make him apologize. He tried to make you apologize for him. Like get you in the middle, so mad
he
at you.
didn't want to talk to Perry.
He never actually wanted to go straight to man to Perry.
John's about to wake up to a whole new world that he never experienced before, because Perry could be very loving and he's a good father and provider.
Yes.
But Perry has a bad. Am I lying? When John doesn't want to go toe to toe with Perry, Perry will annihilate. Just tune in to Perry's channel tomorrow. I bet you. Perry has fun. You know, when he was dropping that tea about the other girl that got arrested for drug trafficking.
Yeah,
I don't think John knows how bad his reputation is, and that the things that we know about him that I never mentioned. I didn't do him like that. When I heard about some of the things that he was doing, I just said, okay, well, people have flaws, but I don't think they know. And then they don't understand Perry.
It's just a matter of time.
He's gonna be releasing the whole thing about the gay guy that Jen's boyfriend is gay. Perry, don't stop. They're gonna wake up tomorrow in a world of hurt. And
I am not ready.
Perry doesn't know when to stop, and I can't stop him, especially with something like this. You thought that he exposed someone for being a drug trafficker before. When you do this job, you learn a lot of information, and I hold it in because I don't want to ruin anybody. You know what I mean? Perry has a different
view.
But
I don't blame Perry, because first you force my wife to come out and say we're married, and then
Perry is on a rampage right now.
I don't blame him.
No, I don't. You hurt someone I love. I'm out for blood.
Exactly. Yeah. Perry is out for blood. I'll put it that way. Perry is out for blood, and I pity the fool that goes by the nickname John Yates and Monica, whatever the hell your name is, who is in secrecy. There's no fool like an old fool. Them two have just woken the beast for no damn apparent reason, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for them. You brought it on.
And the whole married thing, being mad about that was just an excuse. It was just an excuse to make you like a villain. That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, we already. It's a calculated plan. They've had a calculated plan for a while now, and they can knock themselves out, because I guarantee you they will never see the success that I have, because they go about things ass backwards. Let's take another call. Here's Jasmine. Hold on. Hi, Jasmine. Oh, hi. How are you?
I watch all the time. I have a newborn.
She's calling from Morocco.
So one, don't change your heart.
Jasmine. Oh, she hung up. She was calling from Morocco. Yeah, so I don't know. John Yates just woken the bear. It's going to be ridiculous. And a part of me says, let Perry at him. But, that kind of gets draining and tiring. But it is what it is at this point.
But
and
maybe John needs to actually argue with the man.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay, guys, this has been an hour and a half. Listen, but I wanted to thank you guys, especially you, Chelsea and Margo. And
Of course.
Yeah, Chelsea, you always have my back. I really do
100%.
appreciate it. I do. And Margo, a fellow Las Vegan, okay? I still have your email, right? I have your email stuff. I want to know about some of the things that went down with Brittany, because it got really ugly, and it would just give paint a clearer picture to me if I kind of knew her
Definitely
side.
want you guys to actually talk. I mentioned that briefly, but I think you guys should talk for sure.
Yeah.
But I love you, Sharrell, and don't change and don't not add more friends. But all I gotta say is listen to your people. When 20 million people are saying this person's like crap, just take a second to be like, let me reevaluate this, because people who are telling you this person that might not be good for you are the ones who do actually support you and are ride or die.
All right. Thank you, guys. I'm going to drop you now, Margo. I really appreciate your support. I will be getting in contact with you, okay? So we can talk private. Okay.
Okay. I hope after this you get some sleep. Take the week off, however long you need to take off, because
now let me tell you, just stay tuned for tomorrow.
I'm already subscribed to your shit. I got the notifications. I'm ready. I'll be ready.
Thank you, Melissa. I really appreciate the tea. That was really good.
Yeah, message me. I followed him forever. Message me.
It gives me a clearer picture of who I'm dealing with. And so he does have a reputation of being loyal to no one but himself.
No.
That's sad. Yeah.
No.
He's gonna be alone at the end.
Cody's just his puppet.
Yeah. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate the
You're
call.
welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. Wow. Did you hear that, Perry?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Perry's mad. I know.
I don't blame him.
Thanks for letting everybody talk.
Perry hasn't drove to wherever John Yates is at and knocked on that door.
John Yates is going to wake up to a world of hurt. But did you hear that about the drugs? But it's nothing new. He knows it. He knows. He sees people call him a crackhead every day. He knows it. It's a sad thing. What a terrible life to lead. Strung out in a motel room. That's not cool.
No, John needs to stop playing victim and be a man. Now,
Amen.
John doesn't know the definition of man.
I approached him as a man, said what I had to say. I said, hey, I apologize for being drunk. It was just a debate. He had like he was attacked.
Exactly.
But he was high. He never admitted to his part. But I did that for you.
John came on my show so high, he didn't even know where he was. It was bad. And we were covering for him. He's a junkie.
No, I mean, because I felt sorry for him. And I think your problem that you have with people is that you like to play lifeguard, but sometimes you can't save a sinking ship. That's Amber and John. Like they just they're just very unhappy people inside, got some serious mental problems. But mental problems are not. And I buried a lot of things, but I don't appreciate a man trying to come at my wife like that. And he can do what he want to do, but he just stay away from you. And then that's probably his best thing. As long as he stay away from you, we might be all right.
He won't. John's a punk.
But no, I'm just saying.
He's a punk.
I'm not going to get up and go after him yet. But if him and his madam try some stuff, because Monica ain't nothing but pimping him.
Monica's a and I never want to ever talk to her, see her, have anything to do with her again.
I mean, basically, he said,
a coward and a person that's not showing her face. And you shouldn't be married. Don't tell her you lied to us, bitch. You know it has nothing to do with me being married. It's about you being a low down, corrupted, failed business person. These two have been in the business longer than me and do not have half of my subscribers. You're just a
bitch. She's shady, then she'd go on his channel and run, and he basically letting her run his channel. No, John, you need to address this, John. No, John.
You better be glad I don't know who she is. I don't want to know who she is. Monica the T is trash, and I'm gonna make sure she's trash, complete trash, gaslighting bitch. And this is the only way that she could be successful is to let's go after Sharrell because her channel sucks. She's boring. And she will never, ever, ever be Sharrell. You could copy me to a T, but you will never be Sharrell. Who does that? Don't you want to be original? She came on my show, seen my format, told me that you're so beautiful. You're like, what is it? I was like, okay, thank you. Now wants to be me. Fuck you, bitch.
See, y'all don't piss Sharrell off.
Trash. Pure trash. No, I don't care.
And John will be on her little show tomorrow with his little high ass and his little high ass.
Maybe when he stops smoking and he gets out of his crystal meth haze, maybe he'll realize what he did.
Well, no, maybe he won't.
I mean people tune into that show. If Sharrell's name is
listen, what I said, my tears had nothing to do with John, and it's not like I don't know how to defend myself.
He'll come out with something. Some of them will because they're trying to get views.
He's a crackhead clown, a crystal meth clown that needs to go back out of the hole that he crawled out of.
His problem is he don't got no balls. He could have Monica answer for him.
Yeah.
Man, just be a fucking man. Answer the damn question. I asked him one question. He can't answer it. Oh well. And then the madam will jump in. Oh, well, John.
And they think
it's the right to do this. Bitch, shut up.
Shut up.
You.
Let's go over the reasons we think she doesn't show her face. Is she fat? Is she
this way? It's a reason.
Is she crooked? There's a reason when you don't show your face.
It's a reason. It's a reason.
It's a reason.
Don't really look goddamn icon.
Okay, we didn't tell you you're married, but you didn't tell us you're a crackhead.
Oh, yeah, John. What about that?
Yeah, why didn't you tell me you had a drug problem, John?
I mean, because that right there would change my situation. That would change the situation.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's low. And you know what? He thinks that he could pull that shit that he pulls with everyone else. You're messing with the wrong one.
Sharrell, the whole thing was
had nothing to do with John.
The thing yesterday,
and by the way, they're dried. And now I'm coming for you.
They had this plan yesterday because he had done talk to Amber, and didn't really tell you if he was a true friend. He would have told you that.
Not a friend.
Until after they got exposed, right?
But anyway, no one. And not even
himself. He talked to Amber. He talked to his madam. No. He talked to his madam. She came up with the plan, and then sent the crackhead to go and execute it. They go in there. Okay, we'll go on Sharrell show. Let's just talk about it. Whatever. Everything was okay. You know what I'm saying? Some disagreements. He didn't want to admit up to his part.
Yeah.
But then everything was smooth. Then he look over there. Cody, don't you have a question?
And probably
he goes. And Cody, are you married? He wanted you to say no.
It's hard to
work out the marriage certificate.
You're high all damn day. It's hard to run a channel when you're high. And I'm not the first person that noticed something's wrong with John, that he has a drug problem.
Almost everybody had a suspicion.
I mean, matter of fact,
we see this, bro. Every time on live, high, then a motherfucker. Like, come on now, like he shit.
Yeah, no, I mean the whole thing is like this. I mean,
crackhead when we see one.
He made me not want to order for Grubhub or Uber because I don't want no high Grubhub or Uber driver pulling up in my house.
Pulling over, sleeping it off because you can't keep driving.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just shut up. Anyway, listen, John was never a friend, so I don't feel bad about it.
No. I mean, you know what? You gave him opportunity, right? And I even bear it with it because, and John will say, oh, you could have talked to Perry. Well, if you would have listened to Perry, his ass wouldn't have been around.
And listen, I want to say this to the networks, to producers, be careful who you're dealing with.
Make sure you give the to the right person at TLC, at Sharp Entertainment.
All right.
Make sure y'all give the tea to the right person because John is hated by majority of your cast at TLC.
Yeah. They know. Anyway, listen. Thank you, Chelsea. Perry, what are your last words?
No. I mean, pretty much that's it. And I just tell John this. You know what? You getting played. Monica eventually gonna get burnt by John because he tried to throw you out there and say,
she's a dummy.
"Oh, you can't even keep up with your panel." John don't had a problem with every cast member.
Yeah.
He move on to the next, and his problem is he's so far up Larissa's ass. That's why we had a problem, and he want to act like we was attacking him.
Wait, he wants to get mad at you. He wants to get mad at you and say you disrespected him. But what about all the people that call him a meth addict? What about all the people say he lives in a hotel?
It's not
a motel, not even a hotel. Like, please, shut up.
I yelled at him. I raised my voice at him. He raised his voice at me. But he just walked away like a little sensitive bitch. Oh, I've been violated. I got this. Man, fuck you. And you know, the whole thing is, come. If you want to come, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna
we're ready.
That's with John. But if John come for me, then I got time, cuz. I can say that.
We got time. I'm gonna be right there in the back room sitting, waiting for my time.
Really, Perry?
Let him know.
And that's all I got to say.
All right. Listen, I want to thank everyone in the chat for calling in, for your support. I have a problem with befriending bad people, and I'm working on it. I don't know why I do this continuously, but that's what the tears came from. You know, I bent over backwards for John, over backwards for Amber. No one wanted to hire Amber. So the tears came from me, like, no, not again. And I know I just got to learn from that and stop with the we all can share attitude. It just doesn't work in business.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Chelsea. And so that's what the tears were for. But I appreciate all your support, guys.
And that's what I want to say. I want to say thanks to all the subs that really support my wife. Because, I mean, she do got a kind heart and people take advantage of it. I try to tell her. I really do honestly try to tell her. But I know that way. But I really appreciate all y'all support. You know, I really do.
Yeah. I'm going to get off. It's been, oh my God, an hour and 46 minutes. Thanks, guys.
Later, Chelsea.
Thank you, Chelsea. Stay on. Thank you, guys. I appreciate. Oh, thanks to all my super chats. I really appreciate it. Thanks. It's really sweet. Oh, hold on. I really appreciate the super chats. You guys don't have to give, and you do. And you're supporting the channel. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Will change. There will be no more new people on my panel. And I apologize, you guys. So I'm sorry for all this drama. And it will be no more. Thanks, guys. Let's say bye on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, bye.